What's up, horror fam? Welcome back to the channel. So for today's trailer review and reaction, we are taking a look at A24's official trailer drop today for Opus. Now, we've covered this film back in early mid-December. I think it was around December 12th or 13th during episode 47, when we were just starting to get information about this film. Soon after, over the last couple of weeks, we've been starting to get official posters, character posters, but now here we are, we have our first official trailer towards now the end of January, with this film having a release date of March 14th, 2025 in the US. Now, it was already released at Sundance. It did get released, actually no, it's going to get released at Sundance on January 27th, 2025. So that is just a little over a week away, and then March 14th it gets its broader release across the US. If you haven't heard of this film, this is one of those, I don't know how to describe it. It's like one of those cult type horror films. If you've seen the teaser, or if you've seen the synopsis for this, which we will cover here in a moment, it definitely has that Hollywood cult vibe to it. So the premise here is, and it's a short premise because, again, as you guys know, I do not like going into great detail when it comes to premise or summaries of films, especially when we're getting ready to watch a trailer. I want the trailer to speak for itself. So luckily the premise for this film is only two sentences long, so we can keep it pretty short. So it states here, a young writer is invited to the remote compound of a legendary pop star who mysteriously disappeared 30 years ago. Surrounded by the star's cult of sycophants and intoxicated journalists, she finds herself in the middle of his twisted plan. So whatever that plan is, don't know. And if you can tell from the character posters we've seen, you can tell from some of the information we've seen. If you don't know, John Malkovich stars in this, and you can tell he's that old pop star. He's that 30 that's been disappeared for 30 years, and he's the one that has this twisted plan. Now, unless this is going to be like one of those films where it just takes us completely by surprise, where he's like the face of it all up until we get to the final act, and then all of a sudden someone pops out and says, nope, it's really me. Because again, all the summaries we've seen, the behind the footage, everything, the character posters points to him being the one, that he's this pop star who's been missing for 30 years, and he's the one that has this twisted plan in place. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to jump right into the trailer, come back and give our reaction to it and see what you all think. So let's get into it.
There's a rumor flying around that Moretti's back. Like, Moretti?
After 30 years outside the public eye, pop icon Moretti returns for an exclusive listening experience.
He's bringing you a gift.
This is for Ariel Ecton.
It'll be an absolute honor to spend this weekend with you.
Thank you.
Yep, namaste. Everybody meet Ariel, some young blood from the magazine. This is Clara, the most hated sex symbol on TV.
Thank you. How's print media treating you?
Congratulations, and welcome to this once-in-a-lifetime gathering.
Moretti requires that everyone be shaven. So, how's the lady garden?
Mr. Moretti will be playing the greatest album of modern times. Future times, all the times, really. And there is more to come. So much more.
What is it that you guys do?
Would you like to see?
The crowd is upset. Upset that I'm not on stage.
Is this not alarming to you?
The back row's asleep. But the front row's ready to rage.
Are you sure you haven't been drinking with us?
Okay.
What the fuck is this?
So let's just get something clear here right now. At the very beginning, when it says this is not a cult, no, this is like the definition of a cult. So let's point some things out here. Right off the bat, you can clearly tell the cult's color is blue. They, from the very first scene, when they got to this island, they got to this area, this remote place somewhere, everyone was wearing blue. And when we first see what appears to be the women doing laundry, like old school style, around this big fountain, and using these boards, it almost seemed like they were entranced, drugged, and they look over, get these weird smiles on their faces, like, oh look, somebody new, like fresh meat has shown up. All of them are wearing blue there. We get ourselves into the dinner hall briefly, and tablecloths are blue. Everyone's wearing blue. Even the lobster that they sat down that we got a close-up of was blue. It pans over quickly to briefly touching on, this is what the plan is, and that someone's stirring something in a cauldron with either blue liquid, blue paint, and then the main actress is asked, are you taken care of down there? And even then, I think their daily wear is blue. And even when she's out jogging, she's being chased by someone in full on like blue trench coat, blue everything, and looked like had a knife that was getting ready to stab her in that moment. Luckily, she probably got lucky. She turned around and stopped her from probably getting stabbed. There's also a couple points where you can maybe guess to see when they're starting to either get drugged or possibly turned. There were what appears to be voodoo dolls, and then there were these wooden dolls, like strung up type dolls, like a Pinocchio type doll with smoke or mist coming out of it, and then it pans over to somebody coughing. So it makes you wonder, is this a chemical that is being put on or given to these people that they don't realize that they're inhaling, and then again they become entranced and then somehow are stuck now on this island to serve this aging pop star. But as we get to the end, it seems like either she's trying to escape or she's uncovered something, because she's then constantly on the run. They're constantly trying to chase and get to her. So again, we don't have a lot from the premise, which is good. I'm glad the premise doesn't really spoil that for us, because with this being the first trailer, we really don't know, again, if she has found something out and that's why she's trying to get away, or the fact that they're just trying to kill her and she's just trying to get away. She really hasn't found out anything. I'm still going to be curious if there's going to be a spin, if John Malkovich's character is truly the one leading the entire effort, or if he's just the face of it, and then there's going to be this big unveil, this big surprise at the end, and it's going to be somebody else, right? Maybe somebody that's on that plane with them, that's showing up with her, like they said, like this aging star. I can't remember the actress's name that was sitting there on the plane with them, but maybe she could be the face of it, right? And we're just set off to a spin that it's really, we're meant to believe it's John Malkovich and it's not, right? So this one's interesting. It definitely reminds me of Midsommar, like one of those types of films, those cult films. You don't know what to expect until you see it and the whole film starts to unfold. So again, I appreciate the fact that the trailer really didn't give much. Now, the fact that this doesn't come out until mid-March, I would anticipate we're going to get at least one more trailer, possibly one or two TV spots. So usually the second trailer will use about 30 to 50% of the original content from the first trailer, and then maybe add a few more things in there to round it out. I hope whatever they do add in there, it doesn't again ruin kind of the surprise or the story as to what's truly happening. Because if this is like Blink Twice, could this be something where she doesn't realize she's already been to this place, and then she starts to remember things and realize she has been there before? So, I mean, there's a lot of turns and twists this one can take, but we will find out on March 14th when this one drops. So drop a comment in the comment section. Let us know what you think of the trailer. Let us know what your guesses are. What are you thinking is going to happen here? Who do you think the villain might be? Also, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel. It does help us out a lot. And to all the new and existing subscribers, thank you so much for the support. It is greatly appreciated. And we will see you at the next one. Peace.